Hello and welcome to the lecture on key characteristics of modern iPaaS platforms. I am happy to have you in this lecture. The objective of this lecture is to help you understand the key characteristics of modern iPaaS platforms in detail. So without wasting another moment, let's dive deep into the subject. So let's understand the key terms that basically helps us to understand what is a modern iPaaS platform should have. Okay, so a modern iPaaS platforms share a common set of characteristics that makes them powerful, flexible, and suitable for today's cloud-driven enterprise world. So here are the most important characteristics explained simply and supported with practical examples. The first one is the cloud native architecture. You will hear this word again and again in most of the definitions. So let's understand what is a cloud native architecture means. A modern iPaaS is built fully in the cloud. That's why it's called as integration platform as a service. And you do not need to install any server, maintain any hardware or manage the updates. Why is this matters? Because all the provisioning, scaling, security updates and all the connectors updates, all these are taken care by the platform themselves and they automatically update by themselves. Let me give you an example. A retailer company wants to integrate Shopify app, which is nothing but an e-commerce app, with a NetSuite, which is an ERP. So with the help of an iPaaS, what you can do, they can log into the cloud portal, select the connector, build the flow and deploy them instantly. So there is no server required, no downtime and no setup cost as well. You just log into the tool and you just configure them. Because it's all happening in the cloud, that's why it is called as cloud native architecture. Next one is the low code or no code development. So most iPaaS platforms provide a drag and drop interface so that non-developers can build integration visually. Why this matters? Basically, the business analysts, functional consultants, and integration beginners can participate in building or managing the integrations. Let me give you an example. A HR team wants new hiring data from Workday to automatically appear in Active Directory. So that's the integration need that they have. So using a low code tool, so they themselves can develop a flow where you can drag the Workday connector, map fields visually, add a step to create the user in the Active Directory. And in the final step, they can deploy with a few clicks. So no deep coding skills is required. Third is the pre-built connectors for popular application. iPaaS provides a large marketplace of ready-made connectors for cloud. Why this is important? You don't waste time building custom code for authentication, API calls or data formatting. Let me give you an example. A company wants to integrate Salesforce, SAP, Stripe or Google Drive. If you want to integrate all this application, instead of building APIs manually, they select the pre-built connectors for each system to connect to that applications. And then the platform handles the whole API lifecycle management and the complexity internally. The fourth one is the hybrid integration support. So modern enterprises run both cloud and on-premise systems, and iPaaS supports this hybrid reality. How does it help? You can integrate cloud apps like Salesforce with on-premise system like SAP ECC, Oracle DB or a legacy file system. Let me give you an example. A sales order created in Shopify, which is a cloud app, must reach to SAP ECC on-premise system. So using the iPaaS, you can use cloud connector that talks to Shopify. Then you can install a local runtime inside the company network that talks to SAP, and then the data securely moves between them. This is the most common real-world integration requirement today as well. Next is the scalability and elasticity. iPaaS platforms automatically scale based on volume, which means no manual intervention needed. So let me give you an example. So during Diwali or a Black Friday, an e-commerce site receives 10x more orders. So what happens in the background? The integration continues to run smoothly because the iPaaS automatically allocates more resources for processing. Next is monitoring, tracking and error handling. Modern iPaaS provides dashboards to track integration health, success and failure logs, retry options, alerts and notification. How this can help? Team can quickly identify and fix issue without searching through servers or log files. Let me give you an example. If an API call to SAP fails due to downtime, the iPaaS logs the failure, send an email alert, allows a one-click retry as well, and provide a detailed error message. This can be helpful for troubleshooting the error. Next is security, compliance, and governance. iPaaS platforms are built with enterprise-grade security, which means it includes encryption, role-based access, API security, audit trials. It has compliance with SOC 2, GDPR, HIPAA depending on the vendor. Let me give you an example. A banking company integrates customer account data between the systems. The iPaaS ensures secure transmission, access control, and audit logs to meet regulatory requirements. Next is the reusability and templates. So iPaaS encourage reusing like data mapping, integration patterns, pre-built process templates, and some of the shared components. How this help? It helps to faster development and consistency across the organization. A simple example, a company builds a map for customer master data once, and the same mapping can be reused for SAP to Salesforce integration, SAP to HubSpot integration, and SAP to Snowflake integration. Next is the API-led connectivity. Many modern iPaaS platforms include API management capability. This allows organizations to expose, secure, monitor, and govern the APIs alongside the integration. I'll give you an example. Exposing an API to partner, let's say you want to do for an order status. Then you have to design the API, publish it, apply the policies like rate limit and authentication, and then you can just monitor the usage. So everything is managed inside the same iPaaS platform. Next is event-driven and real-time integration. Modern iPaaS supports real-time and non-real-time integration. It has webhooks, event streams, message queues, pub and sub buttons in terms of the near real-time integration. Let me give you an example. When a new customer signs up in a mobile app, a real-time event trigger a flow. A customer is created in CRM, marketing tool, and the analytical platform all in the second. So all happens in based on the event that a customer signs up in the mobile app. Then you have the built-in AI feature, which is nothing but the emerging trend now. So some iPaaS platform now include AI to simplify tasks like smart data mapping, suggestions, transformations, identifying the errors, generating integration flows with natural language. An example is you can type connect Shopify to SAP and sync orders for every 1 hour as a natural language. Then the AI suggests a draft flow ready to configure. So you see, modern iPaaS platforms are cloud native, low code tools designed to simplify how companies connect applications and automate the processes. They provide scalability, pre-built connectors, hybrid deployment options, strong security and monitoring, making the integration faster, cheaper, and more reliable. I hope you are now familiar with the key characteristics of modern iPaaS platforms. Well, that's the end of the session, so let's wrap it up. By now, you should be able to explain key characteristics of modern iPaaS platforms in your own terms. Thank you so much for attention and listening till the end. I wish you a fantastic day. Bye and take care.